Hey, this is John Vartanian with M.A.V. Mortgage, and this video is going to talk about how FHA just made a key change that's actually going to make it a bit easier for someone to get qualified for a mortgage when they have student loans. Now, FHA used to be pretty strict on someone having student loans and what we would have to do to account for the payment. And simply put, you would basically take the balance of that loan, that student loan, and use 1% of that as the monthly payment. Now, there were a few other provisions if you could document that it's a fully amortized loan and basically not income-based repayment, all that kind of stuff, which I'll just be honest, no one really ever did. So to take 1% of the balance, if you have a $40,000 student loan, you're looking at a $400 a month monthly payment, okay? Regardless of what the credit report said, regardless of if it was deferred or not, none of that. FHA was pretty strict, and that 1% usually was a lot higher than what the actual payment would be once someone got into repayment. So FHA was pretty strict with how they dealt with that. They did put out some new guidance that kind of lightens it up just a bit and allows someone to have a little more flexibility with how much they can actually qualify for. So the new rule for FHA reads, if your student loan is in deferred or a payment isn't being reported to the credit report, you take 0.5%. So no longer 1%, it's 0.5%. So in that $40,000 example, instead of a $400 a month payment, we would account for a $200 a month payment on your mortgage application. So that effectively allows you to qualify for $200 more in a mortgage payment than you would have just a few weeks ago. Also, a part of the rule is if a payment is reported, doesn't matter if it's fully amortized, doesn't matter if it's income-based, doesn't matter. If a payment is showing up on your credit report, we use that payment. So that's key for people who are in income-based repayment. You might have a really low repayment schedule based on what your income is currently, and on that same $40,000, they might say, oh, your minimum monthly payment is only $50. Think of it like a credit card, right? You might pay extra on your credit card, but the minimum monthly payment is low. Same thing now applies to FHA. So if there is a payment reporting, we use that payment, or we use the 0.5% as the monthly payment if it's either in deferred or no payment is reporting. So that's really good news for anyone who has student loans trying to qualify for an FHA mortgage. Helps them get just that little bit more of a house in this competitive market that we're in. That could be the difference. But obviously, if you have any questions on any of that, just feel free to give me a call.